number 11 Georgetown against the third-ranked team in the country, the Huskies of Connecticut, on Big Monday, presented by Bud Light. Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler, along with my running mate, Dick Vitale. UConn, 14 straight in the conference. That ties a Big East mark, Dick. Right now, they're on a tremendous run, 23 in a row. But the team that Georgetown played over the weekend, Memphis, might have been a good warm-up for this one.
I thought it was really a good test, a good preliminary. Psychologically, they needed a big win, and they got a great win over Memphis. They played brilliantly. They had balance. They had Iverson for 30 and Harrington for 27. For them to have a shot to win tonight, John Thompson's got to design offensively. Shots for Othella Harrington. He has to be involved offensively.
Let's take a look at the Buick starting lineups tonight. First, for Jim Calhoun's UConn Huskies, Sheffer and Allen in the backcourt. Rudy Johnson and Kirk King, who's coming off a good game of 13 points and 8 rebounds. And then Travis Knight, the senior, who's so much improved in the last couple of years. For John Thompson, Iverson, and the freshman Victor Page in the backcourt. Boubacar Au and Jerome Williams up front. And as Dick mentioned, Othella Harrington's been coming on when they desperately need him. He had a 27-point, 10-rebound double-double over the weekend. Kevin McHale, the Timberwolves, Jerry West of the Lakers, Lee Rose of the Bucks in the middle. It is scout night as they take a look at two of the very best in the country in Ray Allen and Allen Iverson.
We got all the stars out tonight, all from the media. We got the big-time media people here. Kornheiser and Wilpon from out of Washington, Weiss from out of New York. We got myself from out of New York. They're all gathered. This is like an NCAA environment right now, Mr. Nessler.
The top two teams in the Big East in scoring, the top two teams in field goal shooting, the top two teams in rebounds. Something has to give. Teddy Valentine will toss it. We're underway in Landover. Othella Harrington straight to the hoop.
Got to get him involved. He's got to get some touches, and he starts out automatically with a quick deuce.
Scramble on the floor. UConn's ball. Othella with the jumper to open the scoring.
He's only averaging 8 shots a game, 203 for the season. For example, contrast that with Iverson, 430 attempts.
Some backcourt pressure from the Hoyas.
We're going to see a lot of that on both sides tonight.
Sheffer gets it ahead. There's King.
Connecticut's won the last 5 meetings, Brad.
The 42nd meeting that dates back to the 50s.
Sheffer gives him such experience. 24 years of age.
Sheffer, a good outside shooter.
He can make the open 3.
His 71st three-pointer of the year gives UConn the lead.
What an amazing record the Huskies have. 16-2 the last 2 years, 14 in SIP this year in the Big East.
Page, the freshman whose productivity has dropped off recently. Othella Harrington tried to turn around on the baseline.
He was dominant against Lorenzen Wright, one of the best big people in the country. Allen Iverson, right out of the gate.
Here we go.
He hit his first 5 shots against Memphis.
At 30. With 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals.
There's that 1-2, 1-1 pressure.
Here's a 2-on-1. Sheffer pulls up, and it rattled out. Harrington will clear it for the Hoyas. Iverson is so quick. Page all alone for 3.
He started off this year really on fire. See, nobody rotated back. Oh, he walked.
Rudy Johnson.
Do you think a walk right there? I thought maybe he took an extra step.
They give him the long step, I guess.
Sheffer made a great pass the length of the court.
Length of the court, drive the other way.
Can he get to the basket? I mean, he's so explosive. Give him a little daylight.
7-5 Hoyas. Doron Sheffer, one of the top assist men in the conference.
One thing that Georgetown likes to do is send 4 people to the boards. They get 4 guys to the offensive glass, and they don't rotate back with great defensive balance. You can get some layups on the other side. You want to slow them down. You want to make them play in a half-court game offensively, like Villanova did when you and I had the game.
That's right. That was so effective. Georgetown brings in Joseph Tuomu into the lineup, first man off the bench. Sheffer leans in on Iverson and now gets double teamed. That leaves Knight open.
Knight had a big game in their last game. 12 points, 7 block shots, a career high.
Here's Allen open as they're working around to the left wing. He had a wide open look and missed it, but got his own rebound. Ray goes right back up with it and almost threw up an air ball.
And nobody rotated back.
Sheffer stays in front of Iverson.
See, showing some control right here. This is what they want him to learn how to do. That's what John Thompson's been working with him on. Showing him how to play the game.
Iverson around a pick. Missed the three. Sheffer grabs a rebound.
It's nice to have a big guard that can give you an extra dimension as a rebounder.
Sheffer's so solid in every facet, and he's got the nice dish to Kirk King.
Beautiful look inside by Sheffer. He's a complete player, Brad.
Third in the conference in assists. He shows why with that pass. 7 apiece. And Tuomo comes out. Victor Page back in.
They got to get some scoring out of Page. As you said earlier, he hasn't been as productive as he was earlier in the campaign.
Now we'll inbound to Iverson.
Here's where they've been struggling. They have struggled in their half-court sets against teams that have made them play half-court basketball. Let's see the kind of execution against the zone right now by Connecticut.
10 on the shot clock. The high post pass to Othella Harrington. He wheels and delivers. That one comes out on him. And King is fouled as he was trying to clear out with that rebound. Jerome Williams got it.
One thing is very obvious early in the game here, that Georgetown wants to utilize Othella Harrington.
He's too hot a commodity, or too good a commodity, not to use him. And at times it seemed that way, but that's, like you said, because Iverson is such a main part of their offense.
There's Williams playing that pointed at pressure, giving him a big guy. There's the diagonal pass.
King's open, got to take it. Trying to get his own rebound. Abubakar Al comes out of there with it. Now he's going to take it the length of the court. And drew a foul.
Abubakar Al trying to make things happen, attacking. A lot of hugs going on. You mentioned Othella Harrington, a hot commodity in high school, All-USA, All-American first team. 5 guys were Jason Kidd, Roderick Rhodes, a guy by the name of Corliss Williamson, and then you had Williamson, Rhodes. I'm missing a guy. Help me with a guy.
Now you got me wondering.
I'm going to get it. I'll get it before the night's over.
Jahidi White checks in. Othella will get a breather. Chris Webber was probably in the
No, he wasn't in that
long
mix.
year.
No, it was Roderick Rhodes. It was Othella Harrington. It was Jason Kidd, Corliss Williamson. I'm drawing a blank on a 5th one. I've drawn a few blanks in my life. I've drawn a few blanks. There goes Al on a 5th round. Maybe they know in the studio. Maybe the Secretary of State could help us out. Fowler.
Boys by 1. And nice hustle by Victor Page defensively to knock it away from Rudy Johnson. Iverson. So quick.
Mr. Excitement with the rock in his hands. Just has to learn how to play from the point guard slot, understanding the role of the game. Here he is trying to take control. He's made great strides. People have to realize this kid's only in his 2nd year.
Pulls up over Sheffer. Short. Johnson the rebound. Stripped away by Al, and now it's Jerome Williams with the left hand.
Nice play by Jerome Williams, utilizing the left hand. Very active at that point of that pressure.
Williams by 3. And Williams, another nice defensive play, knocks it away. It'll be UConn ball, but not until we take a timeout. 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining first half. Hoyas lead 10-7. Georgetown 10-7 with 15:31 to go first half. Allen Iverson, school record in steals. He shows you why right there. That is his 98th steal of the year. Last season he had 89 to set a record, and he shattered it this year.
That's amazing. You look at those numbers and what he does to his offense as well. He's such a positive force on the floor. He was Defensive Player of the Year as a freshman. I mean, as a diaper dandy in the Big East, he's voted Defensive Player of the Year.
Ricky Moore's checked in for UConn. Sheffer, strong move on the baseline.
Sheffer very active also offensively here.
5 for Sheffer.
There's the 2-2-1 press. Press that was made famous by John Wooden. It was at a Westwood, utilized it with UCLA when they won those 10 national titles in 12 years.
Iverson got some good pressure from Ricky Moore. 5 minutes into the game, 10-9 Georgetown. Page, and he's hit as he went up for the shot by Sheffer. Well, we've got a lot more to come on Big Monday. We'll switch to the Big 8, Nebraska and 5th-ranked Kansas at 9:30. And then we'll cap it off with a triple header. Colorado, a great three-point shooting team against New Mexico. That's at midnight. Triple header night on Big Monday, presented by Bud Light. Here, the opener has Georgetown leading UConn 10-9.
Kansas had a big win over Iowa State at Iowa State. What a job Tim Floyd is doing down here. You think about Kansas, Roy Williams has won over 200 games in 8 years of coaching. Wait a minute, I got the name. It just flashed on me. How can I forget? Dante Bright, right from out of here, playing with Massachusetts. He was the 5th guy on an All-USA, All-American high school team.
Now you can sleep tonight.
I can sleep. Wow.
So can I if your room's not next to mine.
Oh, it's driving me nuts.
Hoyas by 3.
See Williams so active at the point of that pressure. Gives him a big guy, takes away the passing angle.
Moore picked up his dribble, but he found Sheffer open.
So well coached. See how he spot to the open spot.
Page may have gotten a piece of that jumper by Sheffer. And here he comes the other way. Ow. Not a big offensive threat.
That's a big plus. And Calhoun can knock down some shots. Early in this game, Georgetown's done a great job keeping the ball away from Ray Allen.
Yes, they have.
Ray Allen, we haven't called his name too often tonight.
Ray is scoreless so far. Moore, strong move on the baseline, and King with a follow. Wow. Got to get back on defense, though. Al goes the other way. Bubakar back-to-back field goal.
And that's normally what Connecticut does. They score after a basket as well as anyone. But a breakdown, defensive transition not existing.
Al is on Ray Allen. Let's see if they can get it in number 34's hands.
He's got to get a little more active without the ball. He's got to want that basketball.
Double team on Sheffer. Might pay off. It does. Othella Harrington ahead to Iverson. And the follow by Williams.
Right now, they're out hustling Connecticut.
Yes,
they are really scrapping and hustling.
7-point Georgetown advantage.
We're going to watch the double team right now. Sheffer tries to throw it over the big guy, and that's what size can do for you. Harrington made that happen with his great size and then a good outlet. And then we're going to watch Iverson come up empty, but we're going to see the great offensive rebound.
Georgetown a 10-2 advantage on fast break points, including that one.
There's the trail man. You like to have a guy trailing, and you like to look diagonal.
Whoops, they threw it away again.
That's normally the way Connecticut plays. Smart play. Smart play. Back it out.
Out trapped on the baseline. Now Iverson around the traffic. Inside.
Oh, what a big-time move. Super scintillating, sensational. The little guy, Allen Iverson. Oh, they're pumped up. They are so pumped up here tonight. These Hoya fans, this is Hoya heaven right now. There goes Iverson. Look at him explode to the basket. Great body control, hanging right into traffic. Look at him take the ball right into traffic. Took that right at McHale, right at Jerry West. He says, you guys want a piece of this too? You want to try and get a piece of it? Notice saying, we want you. We want you.
Yeah, who would? There's the numbers, leading the Big East in scoring and steals, and looking for his 8-point already. And we're less than 7 minutes into the game.
Mike's been my choice. Point guard, All-American. You look at McHale. Chart those notes, Kevin. Come on out, Kevin. Ray Allen's got to get active.
Another steal by Iverson. Straight up with it again off the glass.
What an amazing show we're watching right here early in this game. Jim Calhoun's got to get a timeout. He gets one. He's got to settle the Huskies down, baby.
Georgetown without a turnover. UConn has 5 of them, and Georgetown's turning them into points. And Iverson is 98th and 99th steals of the season already tonight.
What a defensive back he would be. Think about it. What a quarterback he would be with that superb quickness and anticipation ability.
How about the adjustment to go way high on the glass when he knew he was going to be pressed by Knight to get a hand in his face.
And look at him change direction. His eyes are up. For all you young people out there, you watch when he dribbles, his eyes are up. Jerome Williams with a big smile. 100 steals, a Georgetown record.
I I said 98th and 99th. He had one earlier. That's 3 already tonight.
You know, it's not automatic he's going to the NBA. If you check the track record here at Georgetown with Mourning and Ewing and Matumbo.
See if UConn can calm things down. Knight's fouled by Nichols, who just checked in.
Travis had a broken thumb. You and I were talking about it. You said it was his left hand. You spotted a little tape on the left hand.
Had a couple of screws put in that.
Had a great game against the Irish at Notre Dame. 12 points, but it was the 7 block shots that impressed Jim Calhoun.
Yep.
And speaking to him yesterday.
Travis just has improved by leaps and bounds, really, from a couple of years ago.
What an amazing story Connecticut has been. I mean, you talk about dominance the last 3 years in the Big East. 16-2 back-to-back, and this year 14-0.
Knight missed the second. Georgetown by 11.
Georgetown now sits in the zone. I mean, right now, Connecticut rotates in the zone. Let's see if Georgetown gets into the gaps.
Number 3 is a guy that can shoot you out of the zone in a hurry. Here's Williams at 17. Kept alive by the big fella underneath. White missed him close, and Johnson will clear it for the Huskies.
Shahidi White, a big space eater on the interior, made a good offensive rebound, but didn't convert. Ray Allen's got to get himself.
7.5 minutes in, he's scoreless, Dick. Only taking 2 shots. One a three-pointer, and then got his own rebound and missed a deuce. And Iverson hustles. Sheffer's going to have to, well, it was 6 of one, a half a dozen of the other. It's either going to be a turnover or a steal.
I've never seen Ray Allen so real passive on the court, really passive here tonight early. Doesn't seem to really be playing with that kind of enthusiasm and that kind of spirit. He's a beautiful young man and a great talent.
He's coming off a great game over Notre Dame. 28 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 blocks. But tonight, 0.
He seems to be thinking a lot out there, Brad. He's not just reacting and playing.
Georgetown can do that to you. They can take your field goal shooting right down to the bare minimum, that's for sure.
In an earlier game this year against Villanova, Jim Calhoun took him out for about a minute, brought him back in, and he put on the greatest first-half performance I've witnessed all year. He was Jordanist. That's how super he was.
Here's Nichols for 3. Got it.
He can shoot the 3. Came in with a reputation as a 3-point shooter.
It's his 30th of the year, as a matter of fact, and the lead balloons to 14.
Georgetown looks very quick tonight and very active.
Sheffer got Iverson in the air, but they cut him off at the pass on the baseline. Knight on the drive. Little finger roll won't go. Tries to follow it. Third time, still no good.
I can't understand it. I'm watching Ray Allen, and I do not see any bounce in Ray Allen at all here tonight. And that really shocks me. I thought he is going to be so fired up.
There's a lot of bounce in the Hoyas, though. If you'll take a look at Ray Allen without the ball, we could do this with a still. Don't even have to have a camera. A picture would do this for you.
There's number 34 for Connecticut. He's trying to point that he wants the ball to be thrown to the wing, but he's been basically passive all night long. He's been standing and watching, not attacking the glass. Now you look at his numbers here. Look at the possessions. We're talking right now possessions, touches, and points. And we look right now at Allen. His 19 possessions, he's only touched the ball 6 times. 0 points. On the other side, 20 possessions, 18 touches by Iverson, and he's converted. I mean, it's just been unreal what he's done with his point production.
Here's Iverson. Everybody clears out. He'll bring it up with 10 points.
Taking command. Look at him like a general out there. He wants to be the commander now. Really learning how to play up on top.
Three-pointer won't go from Nichols. Still Georgetown ball.
Psychologically, they needed that big win over Memphis to start to believe again. Georgetown has lost 3 of their last 4 Big East games. Not only did they lose, you and I saw them get blown out by Villanova, they got blown out by Syracuse.
They look like a different team tonight. Othella Harrington walks with it.
They really do. They look like they're in attacking mode. John's got them really playing well tonight to carry over from Saturday against Memphis.
Iverson making Sheffer work for everything just to get it across the timeline. Now Nichols picks up Allen.
Allen's got to start creating shots for himself. Take the basketball, get him some screens, and try to deny him the ball.
Nichols is a 3rd Hoya they've thrown at Ray Allen. Sheffer almost had it swiped by Iverson right in front of us. Now Allen finally is open. Missed the 3. He'll keep it alive. A long rebound by Allen, but he is 13th in the Big East in rebounding. Not bad for a guard.
Also a great three-point shooter, shooting about 50% from three-point land.
He's 0 for 2 tonight out there.
0 for 3 for the game. Trying to deny him the basketball, keeping it out of his hand.
Iverson with a steal ahead to Page. Count it.
Oh, hello! Up and away! They're rocking and rolling at the White House right now. The Prez just jumped up for joy for his alma mater.
Iverson, 4 steals already. We're not even at the midway point of the first half.
He's really attacking the ball. Look at him right there. Look at his eyes. Best defensive guard in the league.
You add that to the leading score. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Page the rebound, a foul. Trying to get to that rebound, Rudy Johnson.
They might want to take out Ray Allen for about a moment. We're going to watch Iverson right now. Look at him getting over the top. Look at him getting over the top of the screen. Very active, a deflection. And then he knows what to do. Once the deflection is grabbed, he kicks it out to his partner, to his sidekick. He says, take it away, Victor.
Iverson doing a Ricky Henderson imitation so far tonight to go with 10 points as well.
Ricky Henderson, I'll tell you, he stole a few bases at a time. You look like a President Kennedy. I just turned around and looked at you. You know, I think you should be a politician. I think you should run in a primary. You got that look. You got that look.
You as my campaign manager, I can't miss.
I'll be your promotion guy.
Othella Harrington, left hook.
Oh, yes, getting Othella involved. What a great first half performance so far by Georgetown.
They're up 18. Knight with a finger roll, and finally, that slows down Georgetown momentarily.
Foul by Ray Allen in the backcourt. They did a great job, the Huskies, attacking the pressure in that sequence. Good ball movement, got the ball down to the gut of the defense. This is one great player, people. We're not seeing him right now, but Ray Allen is a superstar. There's Othella down in the boxes inside. Had 27 on Memphis and Lorenzen Wright. There he is with the little jump hook. A little Bill Russell there. Bill Russell, big friend of John Thompson. In fact, John was his caddy when John played with the Celtics.
That's right. He'll back up. 9:25 in the half. All Georgetown so far.
You always smell, though, we're going to see a run, a spurt like Connecticut get back in this game.
Williams strong.
I'll tell you, Jerome taking it to the goal. Everybody's contributing. This is not a one-dimensional team tonight.
18 points again.
I mean, it starts with Iverson, but everybody's been contributing. Page, Harrington, Williams.
And Iverson almost had another steal.
Look at those hands. He's mad at himself. He wanted another one. Watch Jerome Williams right now. Going to take it right down the lane. Look at the big hole in the defense. There's the first step. Look at the explosive move by Jerome. Big time rebounder. He's a glass eater.
Allen picked up by Harrington that time. Sheffer in traffic. Nice lead for King, but he doesn't finish it off. Hayward out to Allen. Still Ray Allen scoreless. 0 for 5.
I think Jim should take him out like he did against Villanova, even for 30 seconds, just to sit him down and bring him back in the game. Jim Calhoun, what a job. You talk about rebuilding a program. He's been in Frank Lloyd right there. He and that guy up in Massachusetts, what's his name? Oh, Calipari.
Sheffer with a 3. That'll help to cause his second triple of the night.
Sheffer with that big 3. I promise to tell you tonight, I will not say that Connecticut should play Mass. I promise. I will not do that.
Now that that's out of the way. And foul as Iverson was going to the hoop.
What makes Allen Iverson so good, he's got a great first step. Look at him right here. Look at his head is up for you young people. See how he's not watching the basketball? Look at that first step. A little shake, a little bake, and take it right to the goal. Look at that first step. Wow. What a great first step.
By the way, Lou Perkins, UConn's AD, and I walked in tonight together, and he said, how long will it take before Dick gets on us not playing UMass? I said, I don't know. It'll happen in the first half. So it's for Lou's benefit. 8:21 left in the half. Iverson, 11 on the night for Allen.
I know one thing, they're close to signing a deal to play Kentucky, the Cats, where you and I are going tomorrow.
Not a bad gig, huh? We get to see number 3 UConn and number 11 Georgetown tonight, and then second-ranked Kentucky riding a big 21-game winning streak tomorrow night at Rupp.
I think the best team in America. I really believe they're the best team in the land.
And we did the only game they lost. White with the stick back off of this.
Heidi White right up on the glass, and here comes the pressure. There's the trail man. Reverse it. Ray's got to be active and walk the ball.
Sheffer moves all the way in. He's got a chance for a 3-point. Sheffer's going to have to try to take over with Ray Allen not being a part of the offense so far.
Ray Allen's not being Ray Allen. Ray Allen's drifting right now. He's not being Ray Allen. Sheffer has played brilliantly in the first half. Iverson wants to make a big-time case for Player of the Year in the Big East.
Well, he's certainly off to a good start for it tonight.
There's a guy up in Villanova. He's going to get some ballots as well by the name of Kittles.
Recent carry a couple of times this year. As a matter of fact, Steve Lapis, Kerry Kittles' head coach, will be joining us in this first half to talk about this matchup and the rest of the regular season of the Big East. That's coming up shortly. Iverson off the dribble. Knight with a rebound.
Connecticut has not been able to make anything happen with their defense. That's usually a big weapon for them when they create offense off their defense.
Well, they've got to worry about now getting it down to single digits. They're still throwing it away.
More with the turnover.
Tuomo needs help. Smartly knew that he already had his dribble taken.
He was smart right there. Williams, rather than throw the ball where his feet were in the back court, he made sure he got across the midcourt line, planted, and then gave him the basketball. I like the way he's directing right now. I like the way he's like a director. Iverson's really learning how to play. So there's a difference between having great ability in numbers and learning how to play with other people.
5 on the shot clock. Tuomo walked with it. Georgetown hasn't had many turnovers, but that one will give it back to UConn when we come back. 7:04 to go first half. A 15-point Hoya lead. You can't be more represented in the top 25 than the Big East is. Number 3, UConn, 4th-ranked Villanova, Georgetown, Syracuse, and Boston College, all in the top 20. And along with us, head coach of the 4th-ranked Wildcats of Villanova, Steve Lapis, who's watching with some interest tonight. Steve.
How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. Hey, Steve, I want to ask you, number one, have you ever seen Connecticut in a situation where Allen's been so passive?
Well, you know, it's one of those games on the road. Georgetown came out and really got after kind of hard, and I think they got caught on their heels a little bit. But Connecticut, I'm sure, is going to settle down at some point in this game and give a heck of a run.
Well, Iverson's got his 5th steal and his 13th point.
I'll tell you, they're a different team than they were against you. You guys did a great job. Brad and I had the game. You played that box and one on Iverson.
Yeah, we really did a good job on him that night. You know, the tempo wasn't like this. You know, they weren't turning us over. And they're the kind of team, when they turn you over and they get offensive rebounds, forget them.
Yeah, they got 8 steals already tonight, Steve, and they're turning all of them into points.
Well, this is the kind of pace that they like to have, and when they do set up, if they're getting offensive rebounds too, then they're really at their best.
Hey, Steve, you're not cheering at all for Connecticut, are you?
No. We got a big game Sunday with Connecticut. The only chance we have to catch them really is if Georgetown wins tonight. So it's all in the league, but I got to say I have a little interest for Georgetown tonight.
We're only talking about a couple of weeks from the Big East tournament, and the games remaining for the Wildcats, UConn, Boston College, and Georgetown. Nothing like having 3 top 20s in there just to wrap it up, Steve.
Yeah, we got a tough ending, that's for sure, especially with 2 of them on the road and then the one at home in Connecticut. So we don't have anything easy coming our way.
But you guys are really playing well the second half of the year, getting good production out of, well, Cornegay rebounding, but certainly Lawson has become a factor.
Lawson has become a factor. You know what, Dick? Our 3-point shooting is and I'll tell you, that guy Kerry Kittles, I'll tell you, 25 a game the last 6-7 games. Look out.
Make your case for Kittles as Player of the Year. Go ahead. Make your case.
But it is a case. I mean, here's a guy who's picking it up, playing his best now at the end of the year, playing great. He rebounds, he passes, he does everything. He starts the ball, he steals, he does everything there is to do.
Hey, Steve, if you were playing UConn and with 5:23 left, first time Ray Allen scored, you'd take that, right?
Yeah, well, that happens. Yeah, I'll take that in a second. Now, let me just get back to my man Kittles here. He's not even being talked about. He was 23-3. He's had an unbelievable year. I don't think he gets talked about enough, to tell you the truth.
Well, we're going to compare the stats of the 3 guys we're talking about right now as Othella Harrington picks up the foul. And here's the 3 guys, obviously, that are up for not only Player of the Year in the Big East, but who knows, maybe in all of college basketball when you throw Camby and Duncan in the mix. There's the numbers and how they compare, and there's the 3 pretty versatile players.
And let me just include one thing in there, Brad, is that in Kerry Kittle's statistics, the game against West Virginia, where he played 1 minute because he pulled up plays with his groin. I mean, he's got a game in there where he didn't do anything, and he's still averaging that.
Hey, Steve, I'd love to play for you. I tell you, Brad, I want to play for him. You guys, one unbelievable salesman. You're convincing me. He made my All-American team first team.
Well, I hope so. You got to watch him play, though. He played pitch the other day, makes every big shot. He's making steals. He throws the ball to Lawson. He's just and he plays hard every single day. But all those guys, all those great players, they have to, or they would be great.
Rashamel Jones at the free throw line where he missed the first.
I got a question for you. Break down Allen and break down Mr. Iverson for us. Take down their strengths and their weaknesses.
Well, Iverson is the fastest human being that I've ever seen in any sport. I've never seen anything like him, you know, that with the speed and the quickness, his ability to take over a game at the point guard spot from the scoring position. Ray Allen's the type of kid who does everything well, and he lets the game come to him. He doesn't go crazy. Yet all of a sudden, boom, he makes 5-6 baskets in a row. So they're both obviously great players. They're both very different.
There's the step to the baseline, that quickness that Steve's talking about. It's out of
What
bounds.
about my man Lawson, Dick? I mean, how about him?
Let's hear about Lawson for all Big East. Go ahead, go for that one, too.
Well, you know what? He's another guy. Since the first of the year, he's been going crazy. He's going to break the career shot block record of Villanova. He's scoring about 15. The games that he hasn't been in foul trouble, he's averaging 15 points and 8 rebounds a game. He's been great.
And he maybe showed his best move of the year 2 weeks ago when we had you playing Georgetown. There was a little mix-up. Al kind of gave him a little chase, and Jason kept his cool and did not get involved. And that's something that he's had hanging over his head since really Thanksgiving.
Well, you know what I told him? I said I gave him a B for that move. I would have given him an A if he ran to the bench. He backpedaled, so I only gave him a B. I wanted an A, which is run to the bench.
Well, again, you take a look at the Big East 7 and the Big East 6. If UConn should stumble tonight, that does leave the door open for maybe the Wildcats to at least tie them. And, Steve, we're going to wish you the best on your week upcoming. Thanks for being with us. Nice that you have a week off, but a big game this weekend.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you having me.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Enjoy your recruiting up there in Maine.
Thank you.
Steve Lappas, the head coach of the 4th-ranked team in the country, the Wildcats of Villanova. They'll get a look at 3rd-ranked UConn coming up on Sunday. But right now, it's UConn looking at 11th-ranked Georgetown and looking down the barrel. They trail by 14 with 4:10 left first half.
They got to get a little spurt here and get this down to 9 or 10. Nice
got
pass.
it right back and got it tonight. That's a chance for a 3-point play for Travis Knight.
That's tremendous basketball right there. Very unselfish, moving the ball. That's why they're 14-0. They play as a unit. They play as a team. Right now, look at the basketball. King with that good move inside. They ultimately get the ball over to Knight, and he converts.
Travis, former Utah High School Player of the Year. 7-footer. Caps off the 3-point play.
I'll tell you one thing, if you can play, they're going to find you. Connecticut, you look at their roster. I mean, Israel, Utah,
Global.
South Carolina, they go all over. Great recruiter, Howie Dickerman on that sideline. Just got a commitment from Rich Hamilton. Everybody wanted him. Verbally, he committed. He's from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, and he is going to be a heck of a player in a Husky uniform.
Well, remember, this is a team that in past years has had the Danielle Marshalls and the Donnie Marshalls, and now Ray Allen is their leader and their top scorer tonight, struggling though against the Georgetown defense. Nickel inside to Williams.
Nice penetration. I love dribble penetration. Attacking, bringing the ball inside.
Iverson's got his 6th steal.
If you don't step to the basketball, he's going to get double figures this year, today in steals.
He might end up with a triple-double the way he's working on it. He's got 13 points and 6 steals. Looking for a pick, goes inside to Harrington. Was a nice pass, and Othella finishes it off.
That's what they have to do, a little 2-man game. They both got to be involved, get Harrington some touches.
15-point Georgetown lead. They have dominated this first half.
I've never seen Connecticut really struggle like they are trying to attack this pressure.
It looks like there's 7 gray jerseys out there.
Normally
Georgetown's playing deep.
Brad, normally they attack and they finish and they finalize and convert with a jam and take you out of that pressure.
7 on the shot clock. Down to 3. Going to have to hustle with a shot. Sheffer got it away and got it. Huge bucket by Doron Sheffer.
Doron Sheffer is having a strong first half.
It's had to be him. Jump stop. Iverson got in traffic and had to kick it back out to Nichols.
Took a shot in the face.
Teddy Valentine will stop play to make sure Allen Iverson's all right. He'll clear the tears from his eyes with 2:24 left in the first half. And a timeout with that 2:24 remaining in the first stanza. Allen Iverson getting it done as a scorer, but more importantly, 6 steals on the night already. Trying to pass it inside Harrington. That's what UConn needs, is some Georgetown turnovers. They have not had many so far tonight.
They need some big baskets out of Allen, some big dunks, give them a little momentum. They got a bunch of fans that came down here on a charter.
Allen on the baseline with an air ball. King still up for grabs. Last touch by Kirk King.
When your star is struggling the way Allen is struggling, it affects everybody else basically on a club. They really start to feel the pressure when your leader's not leading. And right now, the difference in his game, this guy with the rock in his hands, he has been leading Mr. Iverson. He has taken charge and command here tonight.
The only thing that has kept UConn from being totally out of the game is Sheffer.
Well, you mentioned he hit that big shot. They're down 15. He knocks down that big 3 to get it down to 12.
Iverson's going to let that shot clock work down. We're under a minute-and-a-half game clock, and now under 10 on the shot clock.
Learning to manage the clock, utilize the clock.
He sizes up Ricky Moore and buries it over.
Hey, if you're going to use the clock, that's the way to use it. I mean, he gets in a one-on-one situation. He converts at the end of the shot clock.
Sheffer the dish to King.
Oh, nice play right there by Sheffer. What a game he's having.
43-31 with a minute left. 3 assists and 14 points for Sheffer.
This game is long from over 12 up, because Georgetown is not going to be able to play much better than the way they played here in the first half.
As Clark Kellogg would tell you, Connecticut's a team that has spurtability.
Spurtability. Spurtability. That's too many syllables.
And Chris and Clark will be talking about that on the Delta Faucet halftime report, which is less than 40 seconds from now. Iverson thought about another outside jumper, now lost the handle. He walked with it.
They got a chance right now to get it under 10 if they can knock down a 3.
He knows he made a mistake there. So this is a little bit of an opportunity. They could get it to single digits before halftime if they hit a 3. They take a 10-point disadvantage right now. I think they'd be happy with it the way it has gone. They were down by as many as 18.
Got to be careful you don't get stripped right here.
That's right. I wouldn't want to be Ricky Moore out there dribbling that ball.
Playing with that ball. They're going to double up. Got to find that open man.
And almost threw it away. And he did. King stepped out of bounds.
You can almost anticipate a turnover was coming. He was not really handling the ball effectively in that situation. Take a look right now. Possessions, touches, and points. We look right here. Allen not effective at all. On the other side, we look at Iverson. 34 possessions. He's touched the ball 31 times. He's converted to 15 points. He's been definitely a primetime primary guy here tonight. He's winning a primary. He's way up on top. He's running away with the charts.
2.5 seconds left in the half, and look out for Iverson. He is a master of the long ball if they get it in his hands. And now they're changing up bodies. John Thompson moves in to Omu. And Othella will sit. So he's got basically all his guards out there, but Jerome Williams set to throw it in.
He's going for some real speed.
Got it. Yep. Iverson
they turned it over.
The other way it'll go. Shot at the buzzer by Jones is off the mark, but the Hoyas have been on the mark tonight. They bottled up Ray Allen, only 2 points for him, 15 for Iverson, and it's the Hoyas at intermission, 43-31. Prime time primary tonight. We expected a runoff, but right now it's Allen Iverson, and he's running unopposed. Dick Vitale, the way he's playing.
I'll tell you, what a great performance in the first half. Not only defensively, offensively, got everybody else involved as well. Was so explosive.
And Ray Allen, his offense non-existent. Only 2 points in intermission for Ray.
Well, I got everybody checking him, rotating a lot of bodies on him, and really has frustrated him. 1 for 9 in the first half, and really has been very passive.
But was not for Doron Sheffer, Dick, it would be really a tough time for UConn. He went 5 of 7 from the field. The rest of the team was 7 out of 22.
Well, you know, Sheffer played brilliantly. Also, another statistic that jumps at me, 37% leading the Big East defensively is Connecticut. Tonight, the field goal percentage defensively. Tonight, Georgetown shoots 58% in the first half. Personally, I think we're going to see a Connecticut run. I think this game is going to be tougher and closer than a lot of the fans. I seen some celebrating going on by Georgetown people. Hey, they got a great team they're playing here tonight. And 12 at halftime is nothing today.
6 steals to go with his 15 points for Iverson. And for Ray Allen, that is as off a first 20 minutes as you'll ever see from him.
He is very capable of having a very bad first half. He was like the invisible man. I mean, he wasn't the explosive guy like Iverson, but I got a feeling the real Ray Allen is going to step up here in the second half.
You know that Jim Calhoun is certainly hoping so. A 23-game winning streak, a school record for men's basketball for UConn on the line. We say it that way because we know that the Lady Huskies had a run for a national championship that produced more wins in a row, but they've won 14 in a row in the Big East. They have not trailed at halftime since the Iowa game, November 24th. They lost that game in overtime.
That was a heartbreaking loss. Kingsbury hit a big 3 at the end of regulation. Why does everybody want to rub my ball dome? Valentine just comes here and rubs my dome.
You gotta love it when the referee comes over to get a good luck from you.
Teddy B. A zone right now. Look at the zone right now by Georgetown.
Sheffer got Iverson in the air, threw one up there, hoping to draw a foul, and didn't. And Williams stepped on the baseline.
If Connecticut's going to get back in the game, we look at a 4-minute segment after halftime. I've always said is very big when a team is struggling. They got to come out and put a spurt on. And as you said, Clark would say spurtability. They got to make that happen right now, Connecticut. And their defense has got to step it up and create some turnovers.
They haven't been in single digits. Well, they threw another one away. Not what they wanted to do. 13th Huskies.
Oh, nobody stopped.
Iverson.
Oh, up and away, Jam City. Nobody stopped the ball, Brad Nessler. Nobody stopped the ball. That's a no-no, especially with an explosive guard like Iverson. You got to jump in front of him. You got to make him pick up the dribble. You got to make him get the ball out of his hands.
Timeout. Iverson with yet another steal, and he took it the distance, and he shows the spring. He's got 17. So far in the Battle of Allens, Ray Allen against Allen Iverson, no contest. Iverson 17 points, going to the free throw line to try to cap off a 3-point play after the monster jam, after the steal.
I think it's been a total M&M'er between the two in terms of a mismatch, a no contest. It would be like a beauty contest, bringing out Roseanne and going head-to-head with my escort last week, Valeria.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mismatch.
You were definitely in over your head at the escort, weren't you?
I was an overachiever big time, and I know you were eating your heart out watching. No, your wife is so beautiful.
That's right. She told me that if I kept my arm around somebody up there at the microphone as long as you did, it would be the end of our marriage.
My wife very understanding.
Yeah. And a foul on Boubacar. Ow.
I can't remember watching a Ray Allen play where I've seen him disappear from the action in a big-time game like he is tonight. Tonight, he's a very ordinary player. He's an ordinary player on the floor.
Sheffer's not, and that's helping UConn, or they'd be dead in the water. He's got another 3, his 4th of the night.
He's not ordinary today. You got that right.
Doron's 4 for 4 outside the arc, so he's keeping them afloat here a little bit.
He has such maturity he brings to the table. He's 24 years of age. He played over in Israel, played in the professional leagues.
Former MVP of the Israeli team.
Setting a 1-4, go a little isolation, one-on-one.
One of the few Iversons missed.
They got to get some threes. Allen, he can shoot the 3. He's got to get some looks.
They immediately ran 2 guys at Ray Allen. Another steal for Iverson.
He's got a trailer. He's got a trailer.
Page. Williams will have another chance.
Jerome Williams, a big-time rebounder right on the glass. And look at them hustle and scrap. They're trapping, they're hustling, they're scrapping. There's another steal.
And he comes up with a steal.
Look at that hustle. Look at that dish.
Williams underneath. It's a little rag Connecticut. Othella says, I'm a senior. Hold on.
The senior, John, waved, put his arms out, a big wingspan, said, bring it out. And the crowd loves it.
As well they should. Their team up 14 with 17:41 left. Iverson from downtown.
Got a good shot right there. Shot selection not good. Now let's see, Connecticut hasn't had really any fast break opportunities.
Johnson dishes off tonight, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
You don't see Ray Allen out in transition. You don't see him running up and down the court. We went and found out. We talked to some people about him physically, and they say he's 100% okay. I think he's thinking and thinking and thinking, as opposed to just reacting and playing. This is one beautiful young man, both as a player and as a person. I had the pleasure to speak at a banquet when he was honored in high school, and you could tell then he came from good family, just a great kid. Mom, a beautiful lady.
Travis Knight with 7 points. Ray Allen captained the World University Games gold medal team in Japan over the summer, so used for his leadership qualities as well as his prowess on the court. But tonight, it's not his night so far. His team trails by 12 with 17:25 to play.
And what a team that was. Iverson was on that club. Kittles was on that team. Duncan, Lorenzen Wright, Ron Kruger coached them. He'd like to have those guys down in Gatorland, Florida.
Works the paint. Got it.
Everybody is contributing. Everybody's stepping up. They're playing with emotion. They're playing with feeling. See, Ray's passing and just drifting, not trying to make anything happen, trying to really take the basketball and dominate, showing that Michael Jordan kind of ability. When a team is on the ropes, Michael just steps up big with the balls.
Down to the corner, Johnson. Allen had a half a look, works for a full look, and had it blocked. 1 for 10 from the floor. Page for 3. Got it.
Mr. Nessler, they are on fire. They are on fire. Defensively, offensively, everybody's contributing. It's Hoya hysteria.
Page cut off on the baseline. Al, who had the steal, will try it again.
Wow, when he starts making them, he's the 5th option. Jim Calhoun.
Gonna have to take a timeout.
Yes, he can't wait for TV timeouts. He needs one right here.
The way Georgetown's stealing things tonight. Theft.
They got another theft down the road by the name of Johnny Rhodes in College Park, Maryland. But tonight, it's all Georgetown. They're all stepping into passing lanes. Hey, ow, everybody's contributing.
Georgetown thievery. And Boubacar Au, who started that with a steal, finishes it with his 2nd field goal of this half. And there's the turnovers. Georgetown has forced 16 of them and turned it into 26 points in a hurry.
Here's Moore now, the diaper dandy from out of Georgia, playing a point against Iverson. I get the ball away from him.
Sheffer's been the only offense tonight. Williams had a hit, lost it to Moore. Moore again, partially blocked by Harrington. Out to Nichols, he collides with Sheffer.
Nice play by Sheffer to go around his back.
King flies in off the glass.
That was a great play by Sheffer. He utilized the behind-the-back dribble, not for show, but for advantage, to get to another spot on the floor. Not to be Hollywood, not to be hot doggish.
Iverson packs it in, blocked by Knight. Ray Allen comes out of the heap with it. Trying to run, but he runs right into 3 gray jerseys again, and another steal by Iverson.
And he throws it away. Allen Iverson with that one hand wants to cradle it and take it to the goal.
8 steals, 19, 20 points.
Dominating, just absolutely playing a dominating game from the perimeter. Talk about college basketball, you better have great guard play if you want to win. And today, Georgetown's getting great guard play.
Matches the biggest lead for Georgetown. They are up 19. I can't believe I'm even saying that.
Well, Connecticut shell-shocked because I think all the other players are feeling the effect of their star becoming an invisible man. The think of Connecticut, Jim Calhoun, what success. Last year goes to the Final 8. There he is coaching his star. He's saying, Ray, we need you, big fella. You got to step it up a little. He goes to the Final 8, gets beat by UCLA in a shootout. I believe it was a 102-96, a great game. Then he went to the Final 8 with Christian Laettner. Remember, beat him at the buzzer.
Right.
I believe it was 1990. That's the only thing he doesn't have on his resume, Jim Calhoun, the Final Four. And then once he gets that trip, you want the other. You want the gold prize. You don't want to go to the Final Four and just be there. You want to cut the nets down.
Well, you know, at 24-1, they were thinking top seed, and the tournament rolls around. But that, of course, can be in danger very much with the regular season not over. The Big East tournament in New York just around the corner.
There's a look at John Thompson. What a job he has done here at Georgetown and rebuilding his program. When he arrived, came out of St. Anthony's High School, stepped in. One of the guys that was been able to make that transition from high school to the collegiate ranks.
King, high off the glass. Rudy high on the glass for the rebound. Al's done a nice job tonight. He's got 9 points. He's come up with some key steals.
Why do you beat me to everything? I was just going to come out with that. I was going to praise Al. Hey, Al, I was going to praise you, but Nessler beat me to the punch.
Ja into the lineup.
Look at Jahidi White. Nice screen and roll, but he doesn't catch the ball.
Page came out of there with it, Phil.
He lays up,
keeps it alive.
He lays a mean screen, Jahidi White.
6 on the shot clock. Remember, they haven't gotten the shot away. There wasn't a change of possession. Al with 2 on the shot clock.
Bubakari option on primary week.
He's 5 for 5 from the floor. I chuckle a little bit because Bubakar came in averaging 4.8 points a game. The lead is 20.
It's a different team than we saw against Villanova.
I guess so.
A different team. They got blown out by Syracuse.
Sheffer with a quick move. Page trying to cut him off, picks up the foul.
Think about it. St. John's beat them with a great performance by Hamilton and Lopez, and it's hard to believe that St. John's is where they are, but they had the ability to beat a team like Georgetown.
We've got St. John's next week. Iverson had 39 in that game, but it was not an effective 39, really.
Exactly. When he gets numbers like that, that means everybody else is not involved, and you don't get the balance.
Sheffer, another 3.
Sheffer's stepping up big time. He needs a little help from his friend. He's got to say, Ray, you got to help me out.
Dickey's 5 for 5 from three-point land.
And he's handled the ball really with confidence.
20 points for Sheffer. If it wasn't for Sheffer, they'd have called this thing off on a TKO already. Iverson off the glass, a little bit of everything.
Using the glass really well. That was the method utilized by UCLA under John Wooden. Use that glass. A lot of players don't use it, take advantage of it.
Allen finally got a square.
Oh, hello, Ray Allen, superstar. He finally arrives. He comes to town here.
First 3 of the night. 39th straight game Ray's had at least one, so a streak stays alive.
Shoots about 50% from three-point land.
Iverson had it stripped by Sheffer out of bounds. Still Georgetown ball. Iverson for 3. Al saved it. Well, went tonight anyway. Good hustle by Al. He's holding his head, saying Al, as he comes out of the crowd. Allen, back-to-back triples for Ray.
He's capable, very explosive, very capable.
John Thompson says 22nd timeout. Let's nip it in the bud right here.
We did not see the real Ray Allen in that first half.
It went from 20 down to 13 in a hurry.
Brad, he's been standing around too much. Good players are very active. They move well without the ball. He's starting to now go to designated spots, looking for his shot. I thought in the first half, he became very stationary, very invisible. He didn't want a lot of contact. He's got to be able, they're pounding him. We're rotating a lot of people on him.
As I said in the first half, he could have taken a Polaroid up. We didn't have to have a camera. He wasn't moving at all.
He was the Kodak man in the first half. Kodak man snapping pictures. Watching the Iverson show.
3 straight three-pointers by UConn, though. Sheffer with 1, Allen with back-to-backers.
And that's what they've done well this year. Shoot the 3. Connecticut's done all things well this year. When you really think of it, they have done everything well all year long.
Here comes Ricky Moore. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Tough luck right there. He gets a conversion. He goes to the line. Those threes will give you some momentum, give you a little lift. A lot of time left in this game. Look at Kevin McHale. Look at Kevin. He still looks like he can play. They can use him there with the Timberwolves. Come on, Kevin, don't sit in the office. Hey, if I owned that club, I'd say, McHale, I don't need you to sit there with a pen. Oh, look at Jerry West. He can stroke the jumper. Are you kidding me?
He was my favorite player when I was a kid.
Oh, he was a super. Gene Shue sitting next to him. We got all the brass out tonight.
Well, Iverson gives away some height to Jerry West, but I don't know. When he starts shooting like Jerry West, I really think he's something special. Tonight, he has definitely been a special player again.
The one thing about Jerry West when he played, every time he shot the ball, I always felt it had a chance to go in.
That's right.
Very, what a hard-working administrator. One of the hardest-working guys who's a Hall of Famer. A lot of guys, you know, get those titles and they want to sit in the office. This guy is out evaluating.
And, of course, he was the leader of that Laker team that is being brought up so often now because of the Bulls making a run at the best regular season record in NBA history. Jerry was on that club along with Wilt Chamberlain, Pap Hairston, Gail Goodrich.
Jim McMillan from Thomas Jefferson, Columbia University, Thomas Jefferson High School.
Othella Harrington, the miss, and Sheffer the rebound.
I like Sheffer's ability to rebound, handle the ball.
And he comes up with the offensive foul because Williams and Page just wouldn't let him breathe down the sideline.
They beat him to the spot. They beat him to the sideline. And the Hoya fans like it. Good-looking guy. There's Jim Calhoun working that sideline. Did a great job at Northeastern University. He and John Calipari have brought so much excitement to New England.
So an opportunity goes by the boards there to get it down near single digits for UConn. They trail it now by 13.
2-3 zone right now. Going to try to make it shoot over the top.
Nichols likes that three-point line. Hit one earlier, but he's missed his last two. Now UConn needs to play smart.
They're trying to deny the ball to Allen. See, here's where he's got to run people into screens. He's got to get a little active without the ball instead of just standing.
Nice dish inside more to Knight. And Knight fouled as he went up. Now let's see, is that a shooting foul? Yes, it is.
Look at John working that sideline. His kids like to take the ball to the sideline. You can fan or you can funnel. Right now, they're fanning the ball to the sideline. Now watch them. They'll pin him right on the sideline. They'll jump in and take the charge. See, good defense right here, beating him to the spot. Look at Victor Page. He says, I may be a diaper dandy, but I can play some defense. Jerome Williams let him up that sideline.
Travis Knight.
He's got a nice touch for a big guy.
10 points on the night for Travis. And 7 rebounds.
A lot of winning. This team, these seniors have won more games than any group at Connecticut.
Knight get either.
It's amazing, you know, when Allen came in the league with Sheffer, was the rookie of the newcomer of the year he was a freshman.
Well, it's an 8-0 run, Dick. And as we approach the midway point of the second half, it's down to an 11-point ball game.
A little concern right now by John Thompson on that sideline.
20-point lead is dwindled down to 11. 61-50 Hoya. Georgetown's lead having been cut down to 11 by a good run by UConn. As Dick said at halftime, you know they're going to have at least one in there. They put together 8 straight.
Spoke to Bob Huggins today. You see that St. Louis score, and we got him Thursday against Louisville. I'll tell you, he told me his team's better offensively than the team was in '92, but that team was better defensively with Van Exel and Blunt.
Nichols gave up an open shot for that.
Nice baseline drive by Nichols.
Ray Allen will bring it up now. Takes it himself.
That's what they got to do. They got to really let him handle the ball a little bit, try to create some shots. He has that ability about him.
He's hit his last 3 shots in a row. And halfway through the second half, it's 63-52. Georgetown by 11.
They need a couple of stops here and get this down to single digits. And they can put a lot of pressure on Georgetown, getting a little tight.
Page had an open look, packs it into Othella.
Nice. When they get him involved, the big guy, you look at his numbers, only averaging 8 shots a game. I believe he's got to get at least 12 shots a game.
the glass. Williams goes up for the rebound. And as he goes down hard, they call him for traveling.
Jones has got an ankle injury.
Our dollar storyline tonight, UConn's 18 turnovers have become 28 Georgetown points in a hurry. Ray Allen, you see his numbers way down from normal. And 8 of the 14 steals are Allen Iverson's, good for 22 points.
Talked about Jones there, the freshman. He had an ankle injury. They're trying to use him today. Look at his
Sheffer still hasn't missed outside the arc. He's 6 for 6.
And he's got that great rotation. It's finally getting down. It's down to 10.
6 3-pointers for Doron Sheffer and good for 23 points.
And they're starting to slow Georgetown to play a little bit more 5-on-5. You got a better shot against him 5-on-5 than opening the court.
Now from 15. Didn't get the roll. Williams got the tip.
Jerome Williams really active and playing that point really well under pressure. Nobody blocked out. One of the lost arts in college basketball, blocking out.
Williams working on a double-double. That was his 12th point. He's got 9 boards. Sheffer, that's been his hot spot out there. If it was a fishing hole, he'd have a whopper, but he fed inside tonight.
Out of the whopper, we got a little goldfish with that little pass to his buddy. We got a little goldfish, a little chippy inside. With that great look.
Sheffer, though, you look at his numbers.
6 for 6. I mean, that is unbelievable shooting. We've seen some great three-point shooting recently. I was on a game when Barry knocked down 9 for Georgia Tech. Hey, what about the performance of Marbury? 25 points, and you told me not one turnover.
Not a turnover against Wake Forest Saturday. Nichols for a triple. Got it.
One productivity of getting out of Nichols off the bench. He does a great job in getting the baseline. Now they play off him, and he knocks down to 3.
That was a sobering three-pointer by Nichols, his second triple of the night. Now it's back up to a 13-point lead.
Well, Nichols answered 2 times in a row. Runs by Connecticut.
Allen working one-on-one against Dow, but Williams picks him up on the switch.
Williams did a great job stepping out. There's a walking violation.
Sheffer, you saw a little bit of turnover trouble mixed in with the excellent night he's had elsewhere.
Watch him right here defending Allen. Now watch as he takes the ball over the screen. Now look at Williams pop out. Great job. See Williams, he stepped out. He said, no, Ray, I know you're a superstar. I can't let you make the turn. I can't let you get the turn, Ray.
It's a 19th Connecticut turnover.
See a lot of Georgetown fans, they keep looking at the clock. They want that clock to keep ticking and ticking.
Iverson, what an adjustment in midair that was. He didn't get it, but he hung there long enough to have about 3 looks at the basket.
One area where Georgetown has excelled, they have really negated the transition game of Connecticut. And think about how many opportunities Connecticut's had in transition. Not many.
Harrington was on Ray Allen there. They had everybody on him. Everybody except John Thompson's guarded Ray Allen at one time or another tonight.
I think John guarded him when he was coming out of the locker room, but maybe he's intimidated him, scared him a little bit.
Al almost came up with another steal. And now Allen's double team. 3 on the shot clock. Knight's going to have to push one. Sheffer, fresh 35. Perfect? Not anymore.
Al with that big rebound. Al and Williams have been so active up on the glass. And look at the crowd. They love it. They love it. The Hoyas are going wild. The president's standing up at the White House. Hillary's standing up. Everybody's going bananas.
Nice push out by Othella to Nichols. Had an open shot. Iverson will take it instead. Air ball pulled off the backside by Knight.
Last 3 shots he's taken have not been good shots.
Sheffer, length of the court, left hand, blocked by Harrington. Now it's Iverson alone.
He'll get a good shot right here. He'll get a good shot right here. Look at that bounce, like a small league, like those big balls. Pieces of rubber, boom, bangs, right to the glass. Bingo, bango, bongo.
It was down to 10, now it's back to 15.
So explosive. I find it mind-boggling to believe that this club has been blitzed several times. Not beaten, but blitzed Georgetown.
Iverson's on his average. He has 24 points tonight. That's tops in the Big East.
Well, as you said earlier, they haven't been beaten on this floor.
Allen trying to feed it inside, and Nichols, a steal, trying to call a timeout as he slid out of bounds. Heads up play, but Jerry couldn't get those hands up quick enough.
Last time the club was 14-6 like they were was 1985. The Redmen with Chris Mullen were 14-0. Then they were beaten and finished, as you told me earlier today, 15-1.
That's Karnasek's team. That was the best start in the history of the Big East. It's been tied by UConn, but it is in some serious danger with 5:44 left.
And that was the proudest moment of the Big East. Those 3 teams in 1985 went to the Final Four in Lexington, Kentucky, where you and I will be tomorrow in beautiful Rupp Arena with tradition and blue and white. And we'll see the denim.
And speaking of Final Four teams, remember Steve Lapis, who joined us in the first half, his team looking on with a great deal of anticipation in this game, because if Georgetown holds on to win, then UConn and Villanova meet this Sunday, and that would be a chance to tie at 14-2 in Big East play. And who knows, maybe that's a top spot in a regional, a #1 seed. You never know what's lying out there. Of course, the Big East tournament's a couple of weeks from Wednesday, starting at the Garden.
A lot of games still to play. Shot clock violation because he didn't make contact with the rim. It hit the backboard, but it must hit the rim.
So all of a sudden, this, what would be an upset, taking on many proportions tonight. It could have a huge effect on not only the Big East, but the NCAA tournament as well. 5th-ranked Kansas and Nebraska yet to come tonight on our Big Monday, presented by Bud Light. And then our triple header capped off with Colorado State at New Mexico. That's at midnight. Brad Nessler, Dick Vitale at USA Arena in Landover, where Georgetown has led by as many as 20 in this half.
And this guy's been the catalyst. He started the whole thing going. When the night began, he was dominating right out of the gate. The little guy, Allen Iverson, is a giant when the ball's in his hands. And he has struggled big time, Mr. Allen.
10 points for Ray Allen. Allen Iverson, 24, going to go one-on-one with Ricky Moore. Kicks it out to Nichols for 3. Got it!
I'll tell you, Nichols now living up to that reputation when he came out of high school. An outstanding three-point shooter. He's starting to step up and really be a positive force off the bench.
8 straight points now for Georgetown, just when UConn had cut the lead down to 10. 4:32 left.
Why is John's team really building on that big win in Memphis? Talking to Bob Huggins today, he said, let me tell you, that's got to be impressive because Memphis has got 1 dynamite starting 5. They got 57 in that game between Iverson and Harrington, who dominated Lorenzen Wright.
Ray Allen will try to at least somewhat subdue the Georgetown crowd that's had plenty to cheer about, but that won't happen either. Allen, another rebound off of an Allen miss.
Showing that he's human, showing that he's just a human being. Gonna have a bad day. We've all had bad days in our life. I've had a lot of bad days.
Ray will not soon forget this one, though.
This could play a big role in Player of the Year as well.
You're not kidding. Does it become Iverson and Kittles for that honor now? If Ray Allen has the night go the way it has been. 5 on the shot clock and a foul to boot. Just when they were playing good enough defense, would have taken a quick shot by Nichols.
They got that little rest now, and Villanova gets ready for the matchup this weekend against Connecticut.
You know, Steve Lapis brings up a good point. We touched on it a couple of weeks ago when you consider Kerry Kittle's stats and that he just played a couple of minutes in that West Virginia game before he was hurt. You think about what could have been for him statistically had it not been for that game.
I'll tell you, he's really convincing us. See, he's worked on our mind. He achieved his goal today. He's got his goal. Lapis, you're an unbelievable PR guy.
Scores at 10:30 and 50 past every hour on ESPN, and our score is all in Georgetown's favor, 75-57. Allen over Al. Got it.
See, that's Ray Allen. A little creativity, a little dribble move, a little quickness off the dribble, stop, shoot the jumper.
15-point Hoyle lead. Iverson had a funny bounce and just saved that from going into the backcourt.
Oh, look at this. Give it up.
Williams threw it away. Allen and Sheffer bring it up together. And Allen missed a layup. Jones might have gotten away with a walk. And Williams, though, a rebound, and he's in double figures on the board with 11 to go with his 12 points.
He's got those long arms. Great option to have in your repertoire, rebounder of his ability.
Jones picks up the foul.
Hey, Brad, I'll tell you one thing. The Nestle Vital Index has to come out today because RPI came out with their ratings. They got the ACC #1, the Big 8 #2, the Big 10 3, SEC 4, and they got the Big East 5. Forget about it. Nestle Vital Index, Big East #1. Oh, what do you think?
What a running mate.
Hey, I want to run with you. Got a shot?
I think we're ready. That may be Al Gore's idea, that sign.
I'll tell you this, we'll get Bob Dole in trouble if you and I hook up.
At least we'll be the loudest team out there.
Boy, would they ever. That was a year ago today. And President Clinton probably watching tonight. His alma mater, Georgetown, in command, 75-60. It was great to have him with us last year. We hope for more of the same this year, but there are some busy things on the presidential docket, I'm sure.
I'll tell you, unbelievable. You talk about the president coming out. I know you and I were, not many times do you get a chance to meet the president.
Well, he wants to balance the budget, and UConn would like to balance the scoreboard right now, but I think they're running out of time. Othella Harrington calls a timeout as he's double-teamed with 2:47 left.
I think they got a 5-second violation.
Yes, they did.
5-second violation because, remember, you could drop the ball to the deck and there's no count, but if you just hold the ball, the count is intact.
And that 5-second call was before Othella could get those two hands up to get the timeout. Now, UConn came in as the #1 3-point shooting team in the Big East. They're going to need that and a whole bunch more here in the next 2 minutes. And they can't let the clock run down to 5 seconds before they take a shot.
Georgetown really a game plan defensively, executed to perfection. They've made this guy struggle all night long. They made Ray Allen just become another player tonight.
And Al and company beating UConn players to the loose balls. That's been the story of the night all night long, too. UConn has only shot 41% from the field, and they have 20. Both those statistics are very unlike the Huskies.
They're unusual when you look at their numbers. Their numbers have been so impressive all year long. I'll tell you one thing, they're not going to hang their hats down. They're going to come back and regroup. If they don't make a comeback and win this game, which looks like unlikely right now, Georgetown just looks like they're not going to be denied tonight.
As we said, Jim Calhoun's team has not trailed at halftime since November 24th. They lost that Iowa game in overtime. They trailed tonight 43-31 at the break, and they, quite frankly, have not been able to close that gap in this second half. The closest they got was 10.
They're trying to invite him to a trapping area and keep the ball out of his right hand. See, they wanted to bounce it with the left.
Nichols weaves through traffic. We're down to 147 as Nichols walks with it.
Kenny Valentine, we got a big crew, the big zebras in town tonight with Wilmer and certainly with Valentine and Jimmy Burr.
They have to hustle on the inbound.
Got to give the zebras an A tonight. Done an excellent job.
Sheffer.
Oh, here comes the chant. I knew we were going to hear this one. Overrated. You know you're going to hear that. Overrated. Love the way he leans and the way he extends with his body with the basket.
Boy, is the Big East tournament in New York going to be something fun.
I can't wait for that. Look at the crowd giving him a great hand. Really giving him a great hand. No one's been able to go undefeated in the Big East since Dave Gavitt, who deserves all the credit for putting this league together in 1979 when he created this giant basketball.
It's not going to happen in 95-96 either, because UConn's perfect 14-0 is going to be a 14-1 in about 42 seconds. So forget about the 23-game winning streak. It will come to an end. And forget the fact that Georgetown has been beaten by UConn 5 straight times, including 3 a year ago.
Well, he's trying to orchestrate the crowd now, Iverson. He wants to orchestrate the crowd. He knows the bus driver ran to warm up the bus, baby. He knows this one is history, Clark, Mr. Secretary of State. I mean, are you kidding me? Chris Holland, Secretary of State? Wow! Would we be in trouble? I'm only kidding you, Chris.
Georgetown will be 14-0 at home this year. This will be their 16th straight win at USA Arena. And they'll go to 22-5 and 11-4 in the Big East 7.
Hey, what do you think about those ratings? It blows my mind. I don't know the RPI. What computer are they using as we look at some of the numbers here of Allen
They're using that
Iverson?
same computer that lost to Kasparov in the chess tournament.
Yeah, I saw that, right? Kasparov won $400,000. See, I check other things other than sports pages.
There you go.
But I mean, ACC, Big 8, Big 10, SEC, ahead of the Big East this year? No way. The Nessler Vital Index comes out on Monday as well, and the Big East is #1. I don't care what computer they use.
Final seconds from Landover. Basket that really does not matter at all. Carson flies in for his first bucket of the game.
We've had so many issues this week in basketball. One issue, I did the Maryland game yesterday. Dwayne Simpkins is out because he didn't pay parking fines, about $2,000, and certainly you don't condone that. It's a lack of discipline, but I think you can help solve something like that if you allow the kids today to earn some money as Iverson comes out to a big ovation. Look at Allen. Look at Allen. He deserves. Get more hugs. Get more squeezes. Come on, you deserve more, Allen. You're the king of the town tonight.
Big East Rookie of the Year last year and Defensive Player of the Year. Will he repeat the Defensive Player of the Year honor and add Player of the Year to that long list? Who knows? Ray Allen, he might have seen that honor go by the boards tonight. That's not a bad night for a normal player, but Ray Allen's not a regular player.
He is not a normal player. He's a great kid and a great player, and he'll bounce back. He's a superstar. But continuing my point, I'd love to see the players get room, board, books, tuition, and a stipend of at least $100 to $150 so a kid like a Simpkins doesn't have to reach out to somebody to loan him the money.
Jones, just before the buzzer, doesn't matter. All Georgetown. Final from USA Arena. The Hoyas snap the 23-game winning streak of the Huskies in their 14-0 run of the Big East with a 77-65 victory. For Dick Vitale and our entire ESPN group, Brad Nessler saying so long from Landover.